one thing that comes across with chatting and knowing you is that you drive all of your cars. I mean, not many people can say they put 30,000 miles on a McLaren, right? Like, so you drive a lot of your cars, but shipping it to another state and then driving it out there, especially for Car Week, must have been so special.
It probably was the the best car experience I've ever had. The drive from LA to Monterey is about 400 something miles up the PCH coastal highway. So the view is always epic. These are long sweeping turns. It's just perfect for the 4GT. But yeah, and being in Monterey for the week, you know, you get all the red carpet treatment that you get in hypercars. You know, and I don't necessarily call the 4GT a hypercar. Some people do, some people don't. I'm torn. It's special enough. It's really incredible what Ford did, being a one-off, you know, car. It's incredible how good of a job they did on it. But anyway, but it's just a neat experience to go out there, and you know, they pull the tape back for you. You can park in this spot, you know, and so that's my first taste of that, because you know, you go out there in a 765 or 720, you know, there's 100 of them or 200 of them, and every other mid-level supercar like that. And it's not to knock those cars; they're amazing. I mean, the 765 is my favorite car I've ever had. But you got to Monterey where there's 250 GTOs and McLaren F1s. Yeah. You know, so, and that's not the purpose for me to have the 4GT. I mean, but it is a perk. I'll be honest. Like, it's just a neat perk to get, and that's what allowed me most likely to get the 765 is like having a car like that. Because whenever you apply for a specialty car, like they're like, okay, what else is in your collection? Yeah. And saying that you got allocated a 4GT, you didn't just go spend the $1.2 million bucks to get one. You were allocated, like, oh, well, we'll take you serious then. Right. And it's allowed me to order some cool Ferraris I've got coming, and you know, all that's timing wise. It's not like I'm going to just start buying. Sure. You know, I'm not going to have a $30 million car collection anytime soon, like some of these YouTube guys. That's really entertaining to watch, like the Hamilton collection and the Triple F
is nuts,
dude,
right?
It's just bonkers. Yeah. Do I want that? Yeah. Like, who doesn't? I've jokingly said, which I don't really play the lottery, but if I won $100 million in the lottery, I could spend it in 24 hours. I probably would have 90 of it spent in 24 hours. The good thing is most of those cars just go up in value, but. Again, I'm obsessed with cars, and if I could daily drive a Chiron, that's what that would be my preference. Yeah. I haven't driven one, so I can't know that for sure, but I'm assuming based on how good the Veyron was, the Chiron would just be perfect. But I like a little bit of luxury and comfort in my exotics. Would
you ever kind of, I mean, obviously with young family, it's kind of holds you back a little bit, but future plans, I mean, you obviously taking the 4GT to California, plans to do any other kind of, like, would you ship it halfway around the world and do a European tour? Like, is that something that's like planned, or take delivery at the Porsche dealership of something? And
well, I've got plans, and VinWiki's got another. We did several takes on different videos on VinWiki, but one of them is going to be about driving it on all 50 states. So I've got to decide. Like, that's a big commitment.
Would you do Gumball?
Man, and this is no offense to the rally stuff, like the Gumball type rallies, but like, I don't drink, I don't party. Like, I'm a pretty laid back guy, and I'm an introvert. Like, I enjoy talking cars. Right. I feel like I've seen some of the Gumball rally came through here, and you know, a lot of those dudes just like to party, and that's why they go.
And they have the money to buy nice cars.
Yeah, and they've got the money for the flashy cars. I want it as loud and as flashy as it can possibly be. Yeah. And that's a lot of those guys, you know. It's no offense. Like, that's great. I'm glad they're able to enjoy themselves, and that's how they enjoy themselves. But, like, that scene is not really my thing. Gotcha. So I like going with half a dozen of our buddies local and going to small towns and back roads. And, you know, I'm in it to drive the car. Yeah. And I don't have to have the party scene to enjoy that. But, you know, will I do it? Sure, I'll probably try to experience it. You know, Ed Boley and VinWiki was talking to me about, you know, the rally they're doing. And, you know, it sounds fun. If I'm around authentic car guys, then that's the beauty of Monterey. Like, you are engulfed around true car enthusiasts for an entire week. It's just euphoria. But yeah, like I really genuinely do, just out of principle, want to put the 4GT in all 50 states. But it's a huge logistical thing.
Yeah. You're not driving here from Oklahoma for most of them, right? You're going to ship it there and then do a road trip and ship it back.
No, literally leave my house.
Oh, that's what you want to do?
And drive through every state.
You might have back surgery after that.
Yeah. But I wouldn't do it all in one fell swoop.
Sure.
I'd do it in 4 or 5 day swaths. Have different friends join me for different legs of it. And I would have to find places to keep the car, Ford dealerships or some YouTubers I've become friends with, or, whatever the case may be. But then the car might sit for 5 or 6 or 8 weeks, like in between soccer tournaments and parent-teacher conferences and all that stuff, and running businesses. Right. So, and a huge hit on the value of the car, putting 10 or 12,000 miles on it. So, but for me, it's all about the experience. That's the important piece of it. Yeah. So, that is my desire, is to do it. It's just a matter of, like, can I feasibly do it?
Right.
So.